It's a real bad storm today, and they canceled church, and I made a pan of squash because they eat at the church. This only my second Saturday. My second Saturday. If the lights go out, I'm just gonna keep it moving with this video. Um, Bear with me. I'm trying to keep it lit up in here so you can see me. Um, yeah, but since we canceled church today, I'm gonna make it fast, but I gotta take it easy with this one. Um, it was first I asked the Lord, "What is technology?" And then uh, He took me through the stargates and things like that. And because this one is deep, y'all. This one is really, really deep. I mean, like, and it just lets you know that the Lord is using you, and He is talking to you, and He is working through you. Oh, did you see that lightning back there? And it just started gusting up like this. Just it was kind of calm before I got on up and decided to start working on this video. But it was predicted to be a bad storm anyway. So, but yeah, um, so he gave me the stargates and that when I started asking about technology, and so then he took me off of stargates and he kind of brought me to the power of rhythm. Now, little did I know that the two are the same. Oh my goodness. And that's what I'm going to show y'all today. Okay? Um, I just want to say a little prayer because this one gets kind of deep, y'all. Okay? I said my next video was going to be about the percussion. Please forgive me. I mean, I really, percussion. And I interrupted my Power of Rhythm series with my last video, spiritual warfare. I felt like I really need to get that one in. But I had promised before I made that one that my next video was going to be about. I was going to show you some pictures of the percussion, per- percussion, percussion. Anyway, and continue with that. So, yeah, this video is going to include that and some. It's gonna cover. It's gonna nip. It's about going to pull everything in the bud. It's going to put all the pieces of the puzzle, bam, together. It even goes off into my prior videos about quantum matter and and prison and earth and the USB man. I mean, oh my goodness, my father, he's something, man. It's he put it all together for me. He showed me a big, big, gigantic piece of this puzzle. I can't never say this is it, but this the end because I never know how he gonna come again. I just never know. But like I said, this touches on some serious, serious matters. So I just want to say a prayer for myself and for any viewers. Lord God, in your Son Jesus Christ's mighty name, hear my prayer. God, in your authority, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, creator of all that is seen and unseen, the visible and the invisible. Keep us covered as you work through me to unfold the mysteries of this world. Keep us covered in your Son, Jesus Christ, anointed and precious blood. Throw that blood, dear Lord God, from the present to the past and up to the future, and cover us and our families and loved ones, neighbors and friends, enemies, anyone who knows us. Keep us covered, Lord. Selah. So, yeah, all right. This gets off into some stuff here. So now, I'm going to do like I promised, because just as I promised, it is very relevant to this video. I'm going to show you some pictures of the first precaution uh, that was made for the god I. That storm calmed down a little bit too. See, they can't do nothing with my father. Calm down. All right. So this is a form of percussion. It's called the sistrum. The sistrum. And that is Hathor there. First when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's some little demon. Oh, but oh, did my Lord work through me last night? That is Hathor. Hathor was I's mother. Now, mind you, these are supposed to be myths. This is mythology. This is supposedly not true. But what I learned about a myth from reading Isaiah, when the Lord was talking about the cockatrice, and the Lord just told me that the cockatrice was real. So I go to look it up on the internet, and they tell me that the cockatrice is a mythical beast. So ever since then, that sealed it for me, because, hey, my father don't tell no lies. And that's one of the sons of Satan that's running things while he on lockdown. Yeah, that's one version. And like I say, these are mythical gods, supposedly. And the sistrum was this magical sacred instrument of I. There she is again, the face in the middle of the sistrum. There she is. And it was used in their religious observances, whatever religious procession that they had. This was used in that, the sacred sistrum, the sacred sistrum. All of that, all of those are forms of the sistrum. And this was actually the first percussion mhm, that was made and it was made for the god I. Hmm. There it is again. And I didn't actually, you could look up Sistrum. I didn't actually show it for what it was actually made of. And uh, it's got three three bars or rails running through the top of it up there. Oh, darn it. Why I didn't get a regular picture? I got so fascinated with, and there it is again. And it's always in the form of an arc and a doorway. You see a doorway there on the system. There's a doorway there. Get my pen out. Always an entrance on this system. Okay. Uh, what I touched. No, no comments. No comments. And there's the god Hathor again. And that's supposed to be Isis holding Hathor, holding the sister. Sorry. She's supposedly possessing the spirit of Isis. Isis, same soul, different name is what they is what Prince said. Same soul, different name. Give it a different name. When I tried to go back and get that, it was gone. Gone, gone, gone. Oh, here's a conglomerate of them. And I did actually get a picture of the actual instrument right there. See the three bars going across it? It is in the shape of a U. That would be an arc. That's the rib of the woman, representing the woman, the rib, the arc. This one deep, yeah. I'm gonna try to run it as quick as I can though. And it's got the three bars, and I guess you would just kind of like twist it like this to make a rhythm. You would make a rhythmic noise with that. And this was used in religious ceremonies, and it was a magical sacred instrument. Okay, so now we got that. So last night something told me to look up um, look up look up Egyptian technology, because I was watching a video from Richie from Boston, and I tried to get the video going, but with all of this rain, I'm not gonna be able to show you the video because it's just like pouring down out there. But the name of the video from Richie from Boston, I put it up there for viewing purposes. You can stop it right there. Killing creation and staging an alien invasion. Uh, Richie from Boston. Looks like two. Richie from Boston. In Roman numerals. Anyway, like I said, I can't get the video to play because I'm not able to get any internet at this time. But um, Richie is talking about, he went to talking about these things that were shaped like ice cream cones. And that this man built a house without brick. I mean, without without labor, twirling these two things that were like ice cream cones. And so that got me to thinking because I know when I was studying the musical instrument for I ran across that ice cream cone. I ran across the ice cream cone. There's the ice cream cone right there. There's two of them. One on one side, one on the other. That's just one right there, shaped like an ice cream cone. It looked like a microphone too. It could be a mic. It called it a light bulb. This way back in the gap now. And I realized when I was making this that I see that little swiggly line. I'm gonna read that to you. That little swiggly line, like the snake. That's the electricity. Remember, Satan fell from heaven like a bolt of lightning. That would be the bolt of lightning. Wait, this. Oh my goodness, the Lord still revelating to me. He's still talking to me right now. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, Richie was saying that it was a man, and I think he was saying the coronary house or something like that. You have to watch the video for exact. I tried to get the video up to get some exactness. I apologize about that, but the weather, like I said, is bad. But he had these two. He had these two cones, and he was twirling the cones, and he was moving the rock off of frequency. I'm sorry, you can't see that. He was using these cones to cause frequency, and the frequency was lifting the stone and putting it in place. Some children spied on him one night. He didn't never like nobody to be around him while he was building this house, and he used the cones to cause frequency to move the stone and build the house. Put the stone in place. Technology. Technology. All right. So I got a few pages open here. So I showed you that picture there. And just let me. So I searched who made the light bulb. Because once I found it in the pictures, that was the cone that they were talking about. Once I found it in the pictures, I was like, well, who made who made this giant light bulb is what they were calling it. I think it was really more than that. I don't know. Uh, it also falls under the lines of free energy. Free energy. So Satan was showing these people how to do these things so they could come along and act smarter than us because they have this knowledge and charge us for that same electricity. Oh, you want to light your house with this? You gotta pay you gotta have to pay your light bill. It was all to enslave us because he gave these people hidden knowledge. Is what it is, to help enslave us, to help enslave all mankind. And they've been on it for a long time. They ain't just got on it, they've been on it for a little bit. Oh, it came up, thank God, because I was scared I wasn't gonna be able to get it. Okay, so it's the Dendera light bulb, and I'm just gonna read a little bit of this article to you and blow your mind like mine been blown. Beneath the temple of Hathor at Dendera, there are inscriptions depicting a bulb-like object which some have suggested is reminiscent of a crux tube. I don't know. Did I say I I asked Google who made this giant light bulb, and Google told me I. So that's Hathor's son, and Hathor is I's mother. And these are gods. These are gods. So they're supposed to be mythological people. But they say they found the tomb of Osiris. He was supposed to be mythological too. But they found his tomb. They bumped up on it some kind of way. So, I mean, these people are not myths. I don't know if they take over bodies or just what it is. You understand? But you'll notice in some of these pictures that I'm going to show you that uh, the gods are giants, and man and women are the little people that's working up under the giants, and the giants are the spirit behind the thing. Always the spirit behind the thing. Wisdom says in Proverbs, um, I'm the cause for their witty inventions. Wisdom stayed with them. Wisdom stayed with Satan, and he passed his wisdom on to his people. I I am the cause for their witty inventions. See, when you with the Lord, you don't need those witty inventions, because your Father, your God, is your God, and He doing it all for you. Okay, so now let me see. There are inscriptions depicting a bulb-like object, which some have suggested is reminiscent of a crux tube, an early light bulb. Inside the bulbs, a snake forms a wavy line, that's the line I showed you, from a lotus flower, the socket of the bulb. A wire leads to a small box on which the air god is kneeling beside the bulb, which an air god is kneeling, which is beside the bulb stands two arms. Oh, I seen those two arms. I saw those two arms. Just gonna keep this picture open for a minute while I talk about this, so we can see if we can't find just exactly what they talking about. Light bulb. There, there is the power source right there. The two arms. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is it just me? I'm tripping. Is it just me? There go the two arms. It's hard for me to even though if you can see that two arms right there. And this is the pillar right there. One is stacked up. And then that's the antenna of the thing, the two arms. I didn't see that last night. Oh my goodness. Because that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the power source too, but I did not see that last night. I got kind of tired because I had already been like downloaded. And today is another day. I'm fresh. I'm renewed. Oh my goodness. But sissy. A wire leads to a small box in which the air god is kneeling. Let's see. Let's see if we can see the small box in which the air god is kneeling. Oh, the picture went all dark and whatnot. Oh, they got some gods are working, don't they? There you go. Right there. Right there, girl. Go to air guide on the box. And the power of the air. The air god is kneeling. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just take it easy. All right. And a baboon bearing two knives. So I saw the baboon bearing the two knives. Let's see. I don't know what that mean, him bearing two knives, but he bearing two knives. Let's see. I took another picture because you couldn't see that he was bearing two knives in that other one. So I had to take it like that so you can see the baboon. Because I'm like, what's that with a tail? Yep, that's a baboon. And it's a giant baboon bearing two knives. There goes his tail. I was like, what's that with a tail? A baboon. Whew. Okay. In the eyes of the Finks, Eric von Däniken suggested that the snake represented the filament. I would have to look up what filament meant to get the full of that. The G pillar was an insulator. It was their power source. And the tube was in fact an ancient electric light bulb. Okay. The baboon was apparently a warning that the device could be dangerous if not used correctly. The crypts are generally considered to be storerooms and only a few are decorated. At the southern end of the temple, there are five subterranean crypts. They were thought to house the most valuable of the temple statues and objects, including the Ba of Hathor, used during ritual processions at New Year. A gold statue of Hathor set within a large kiosk formed by four gold posts, a gold base, and a roof. I'm going to read the next paragraph and I'm going to try to go back and give you a description of what I believe that uh, gold box actually is. Okay. Fine linen hung from copper rails between the posts so that the goddess remained hidden. According to the text written on the walls, we know that the kiosk consisted of a gold base, uh, surmounted by a gold roof, supported by four gold posts, covered on all four sides by linen curtains hung with copper rods. The strange inscriptions are in the easternmost of the small chambers. So this is somebody trying to decode the hieroglyphs, and they did a pretty good job. Because let me tell you what that kiosk that the God is hidden in is. All right. I tried to look up pictures of the Ba. It wouldn't tell me what the Ba was. I'm clueless to what the Ba was. But I want to show you. pictures of Hathor, I's mother. And she's in blue there, as in Kali. And she is also, uh, it's a spirit man right here. That's a man. That's the Hindu god Kali. So Hathor was bad in the game. And that's the same picture that's on the sistrum, the sacred magical instrument that I showed you earlier, that they used in rituals. So I don't know if that's the ba. I just couldn't find out what the ba was. It'll come to me because God is good like that. Yeah. And Hathor is also Sycomet, the lioness god. I guess I said that name right. Hathor and Sekhmet, the holy heifer. Remember, I told you she was a cow. Lioness, that's the Sekhmet side of it. And that's how come I did the prayer, because she has power. She's powerful. She's powerful. There she is again with those ears. Okay. And different name, same soul. All right. Egyptian goddess of the sun, the moon, and the heavenly sky. Okay. Hathor and Sekhmet are two sides of the same goddess. Hathor is her gentle, nurturing, and life giving aspect, while Sekhmet is her fierce and destructive side. Mm. Mm-mm. Well, I didn't see that last night either. That's the goddess supporting the sky of Dendera. There go the stars. There go the two arms. She almost looks like the pillar. I wonder, am I saying that right? DJED, the Djed pillar. Also in the form of the ark. In the form of the ark. The U, the rib. All right, let me keep it moving. All right. So now, thank you, Father. Thank you. Yeah, he's made this a whole lot easier than I thought, because it's a lot of information, and he is really simplifying it for you all. He really is really simplifying it. Let's see. Me and my other projects, incomplete projects, ironing board. All right. So now I want to bring it just right. Let me see something. All right. So now, here we go. In prior videos, I have told y'all, I don't sit in this chair because it just gets so comfortable in it. So I just kind of try to lean on it. The ark's missing piece. The ark's missing piece. There go the system. Come on now. Whoa. Oh, I didn't mean to do whatever I did. I never do. There's the system. There goes your U. There's the pole for the system. There's Hathor. There goes the arms of the Dajit. Uh, I call it the Twin Towers. Twin Towers. They warm on their head. There she go with the one world tower on her head. She's big. He's big. And then look at the little men and women. So they're gods. And they're actually the ones who are constructing this thing. And what did they call this pillar? What is this called? This pole actually goes down into the earth, causing what they call free energy. Let me see. Did I get some? Did I get some pictures of it? Let's see. Did I do it right? Now, that's a finishing picture there. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna how well you're gonna be able to see this. But along with that picture that I just showed you, we got this, the Dajit concept. This was the power source. This is free energy. And this pole is actually going down into the earth. I thought I got some pictures of that. I thought I took some pictures. The Dajid pillar, also considered to be the tree of life. I'm going to dip into that a little bit more. But right now, we're just going to get the gist of this thing right now. Because, like I say, she always got that one world tower up on her head. All to come back to one world order. So, this was the ark's missing piece right here, which also has the percussion in it. And quick, while I'm thinking about it, one second, because I want to wind this up just right. Okay. So, we're going to talk back about rhythm, because it's ironic to me that, not ironic, nothing is coincidental, nothing is a mistake, that the percussion, the system, the magical sacred instrument of rhythm, was the missing piece of the ark. I'm going to get back to that ark in just a minute. I got a little bit ahead of myself here. The rhythm in the universe. A splendid order and an amazing harmony seem to govern the operation of this universe. Big or small, everything is in some kind of motion in a regular or periodic pattern, which indicates the existence of a rhythm. So the universe holds a rhythm. I had an article on the drum. I don't know if I still have it up. I don't know if this is it or what. Every motion in the universe depends on certain laws, which we try to explain with mathematical formulas. So, rhythm is the language of numbers. Mm. Rhythm is an expression of motion with numbers. It is the language of numbers. It is possible to study natural sciences thanks to this orderly flow in existence and the prevalent laws. Rhythms that appear through essential essential motions in the universe are like the harmonious sounds made by hitting musical instruments at certain intervals. And essential means existence. I looked that up. Electrons revolve around the nucleus, the moon around the world, and the world around the sun, which that's a lie. You got to be careful because the world don't revolve around the sun. The moon and the sun revolve around the flat earth. Don't let them fool you. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stop right there. So it's amazing to me because they were saying that um, rhythm, they would use this in their sacred religious rituals. Rhythm, rhythm. So it got me to thinking because I was looking at this dude, um, maybe face like the sun. He be really hitting on some stuff. And he was saying something to the effect about I don't know. I did a video on him, but he was saying how they spiritual warfare, how they were going to that how they are making a whole big powerful mind in the clouds in the sky, a brain that they plan on connecting every man, woman, and child that they can that take up the chip. They're gonna connect you to this giant mind in the sky, transforming you from a woman or a man to half woman, half robot, half something else, anything. So it got me to thinking about algorithms. They spell it different, play on words, but it's the same thing. Algorithms. So I say, do algorithms have rhythm? And they go on to talk about algorithmic composition is the technique of using algorithms to create music. So that's all computers are, is rhythm, the language of numbers. That's what rhythm is to them. To them. Now mind you. And this is all, like I said, all they did all day long is practice magic. So all day long, all they did was religious rituals all day long. Whether the ritual was sex magic, whether the ritual was praying that They come into this one world order, no matter what they was doing, uh, so they could get a witty invention. No, no matter what it was that they were doing, it was practicing magic all day long. Whether they was building a pyramid, whether they was making the Dajid pillar, electricity, free energy. No matter what it was that they were doing, it was always magic because it was not of my father. You don't never hear that the Lord was instructing his people to do anything of these sorts that I'm showing you right now. These are people that have started, that have let gods in their life with little g with an S. Gods in their life. And this is what has been incorporated into what we call religion today. I'm not in a religion. I wouldn't even say I'm in a religion. I just want to be a child of God. But they was working on their craft all day long. All day long. This is what they was working on. So I asked him, what is algorithms? A process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem solving operations. Now that's how come the computer got to step up on us in the first place. This is what AI has an advantage over us on. It's because they work off of algorithms. So that gives them the ability to calculate, and it gives them the process of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem solving operations, especially by a computer. A basic algorithm. That's what algorithm is. Rhythm of the universe. A power that they've tapped into. Wisdom say, I'm the reason for their witty inventions. Wisdom stayed with Satan. The Lord didn't take it away from them. Be wise as the serpent and sweet as a dove. In mathematics and computer science, an algorithm is a finite sequence of well defined finite. That means I'm almost sure finite means uh ever ongoing, infinite. Is a finite sequence of well defined computer implementable instructions, typically to solve a class of problems or to perform a computation. Algorithms are unambiguous, special. I would look up some of these words if I thought that I could. If I could, it stopped raining so hard. Let's see. Thank you for that, Lord. Oh, finite means having limits or bounds. I'm glad I did look that one up. I was misinforming. Every computer has a finite amount of memory. Oh, so see what I'm talking about? That magic be running out. I was giving them too much power. Giving them too much power. Hmm. All right. An algorithm is a finite sequence of well defined computer implementable instructions, typically to solve a class of problems or to perform a computation. Algorithms are unambiguous, and I just need to look that word up right quick. Unambiguous, because I'm not a walking dictionary or encyclopedia. Not open to more than one interpretation. Ah, that's not good. But this is what's getting ready to take over the world. This is what they're getting ready to tell you is smarter than a man or a woman. This is what people that don't know the Lord is getting ready to bow to. Something that has limits and not open to more than one interpretation. So they're narrow minded. They are going to only do it one way and one way only. Algorithms are unambiguous specifications for performing calculation, data processing, automated reasoning, and other tasks. Algorithms are the power of rhythm, the language of numbers, and what computers and artificial intelligence operates off of. This is going to be a long video. I just pray, Lord, I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to get it in, Father. Okay, so now, gonna go back here to the pictures. I'll be winding it up just a minute. Like I say, it's a lot I'm trying to get in here. And I don't want to forget nothing. Okay, so now, here we go. Here we go with the four-sided floor. This is what the goddess Hathor is hid in. This is the ark. These little guys here on the side, that's the ankh, the head, the arms, the shoulders. Then they got hands reaching out, looking like robots to me. Oh, there is the sister. There goes the two antennas or the arms of the Jid. Right here in the middle would be where Hathor's face would normally be. There's the arm of the percussion, the sistrum, the first percussion instrument. And look at the little people all around there. That's man and woman helping them build their towers. That's what they did. They helped them. They helped them put their emotions, their dreams into action. They helped put it all together for them. All right. So now, this my wind up right here. We're getting ready to wind her up. Born again in dark matter. This is the ark that the lioness is housed in. There's two lions in there. You can't really see them. There's two lionesses in there. You can't really see them. There go the robot arcs on the side right there on each side. I don't know what these are yet. Lord haven't revelated to me why those animals are up there. I don't know. Are they supposed to be sacrifices? There is the sistrum, the antennas, the armor de G, the installator, the power source, and that's at the top of it. Uh, to get to the power of the air god. Remember, the air god was in um, near the installator on the light bulb that I just showed you a moment ago. This is technology. And this arc, this it's a copy. It's a copy of something that belongs to my father. They always put their demonicness on top of things that belong to the true and living God. We just talked about it in Bible study the other night. We just talked about it. We just talked about it. So God drew the plans. Is what I love Bible study is about. Like I said, we had to cancel church today, so I guess I got squash casserole for dinner tonight. And they always want to take my father's power. There we go. That's the ark of the Lord. It's what he had Moses to build for him so he could dwell amongst them. Mm. Ooh. The ark of the Lord. So they took the Lord's power, the Lord's idea, and see, remember that was the missing piece of the ark right there. This was the missing piece of the ark. They practice magic all day long. All day. All day, every day. Electric power from the earth. See that one? All day, every day. Free energy. But they charge us for it. This land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Ain't no one person supposed to have that much power in the game that they play us like dummies, like they do. So remember, when I showed you the completed arc, what did it say? What did it say? It said, what did it say? No. Oh my goodness. They're trying to make me delete my doggone. Catching probably a few problems here. It said, born again in dark matter. Not being born again at this time. Remember the doorway I told you that's always at the top of the system? Interest in. I did a video on the USB man. Having a hard time. Okay. That's the doorway. The arc is always the doorway, the entrance in. Right here. That's how most doorways are made, like that. Some of them is squared up like a box. But that's a doorway. And don't forget about the little robot men right here. And what they say? Born again in dark matter. Born again in dark matter. They was always practicing their magic. See the road, the head right here, the shoulders. Like I say, I did a video called the USB Man a few months back ago. Been a minute. Yeah. And it was because, uh, is that the same robot man at the end of those arcs? What? Is that the same robot man? Has he been born again? Technology and dark matter? The computer? Whoo! I believe I got it in. I believe I got it all in. So, Hathor and her son, they were busy, baby. They were busy with that magical instrument. They were busy with that magical system. With that magical system and the power of the Lord with the ark, they created technology. I'm sure the Lord not through talking to me about this one. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. I know he's not done yet. Because I haven't even gone into the pyramid. I talked about what went on you know, out maybe I don't know if the pyramid is the temple and this is what was going on down in the basement of the temples. I don't know. But like I said, I didn't even get to dulge into the temples yet. So I don't know what's going on inside, if the pyramid is the temple or what's going on inside the pyramids. I haven't even touched on that yet and how that interconnects to technology. But be careful what you ask the Lord for because He might just give it to you. I did a video on Prince and his guitar, the symbol on his guitar. This is that symbol. Is that the USB man? Is that dark matter? Is that the shoulders that you saw on the ends of that arc holding those robots? It's a slightly different variation of it, but still the same thing. Is that what was the symbol on Prince guitar? See, at first I just said that this was the braid of the prince, but then when I saw the arc technology, the completed arc of the devils, I saw the robot man sitting on the end down there. And then it reminded me about the USB man that was walking through the door on my uh, quantum uh, matter video and my USB man video. This USB man that I just showed you on here was walking through the door. And I just showed you the Ark of the Devils. The Ark of the Devils. That say, born again in dark matter. The Lord said, where I lay my post, they lay their post. Where I grow my wheat, they grow their tares. I noticed that demonics people are always copycatting. They never have any originality. They are always mimicking something that somebody else did or do, and they do it to the T. You know, they don't put their own variation to it or nothing. I mean, they do it to the exact, and then they claim it. And that's just how devils do the Lord. They they do a little different variation to it though, at least, you know, so it can draw off their demonic energy. But uh demonics are thieves. I'm just gonna scribble scrabble this out and throw it away. I ain't trying to open up no portals or nothing. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say on this video. And we need to wake up because this game is real and these devils are not playing. Okay? And they ain't been playing for a long time. And that dirty rhythm fools us. All right. So I think I said all I need to say on this video. The Lord calmed this rain down for me. Jesus loves me. He loves me. And I love you, and Jesus loves you too. And may the Lord be with you.